15th of 2021. I am your host, Coach Caboose TV. I promise I will not leave this time. I had a personal engagement that I had to take care of. So I apologize for that. Today, it's a small group, but today we do have, as always, Matt,
That
and we also have um, Dante.
Yo,
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna keep using regular names. That's just who I know you guys as, and that's how we're gonna go from it.
that's cool.
So as the title suggests, today we're going to be talking about Pokemon. Specifically our favorite Pokemon, Pokemon generation, yada yada yada. So, to start it off, I just like to say, um, this is not really considered an adult video, but it is considered adult videos. But if
I'm not
language,
chasing after another cat. Sorry.
if adult language does come out, we apologize, and we will hopefully have somebody um, bleep that out when it actually is sent to YouTube. Um,
We can't have adult language on YouTube.
we can. I've actually set the video to the last video that me and you made as not age specific, but we do offer a warning that it is adult. That there may be some adult language in it, which is fine because that means we
There's
won't
adult
get.
language tonight.
Yeah, that way we won't get demonetized, even though we're not getting demonetized or it being taken off YouTube.
Gotcha.
Okay, so um let's hop right into the subject. Um who would like to go first? So
I,
let's go ahead and say this is going to be our first initial discussion of our top 10 favorite Pokemon.
alright.
God. Top 10?
Top 10. What is your
Almost gave
top
us good
10
4.
favorite? Well, I mean,
I'll,
we don't
I'm
have a
picking.
lot of people here, so I
I'll,
mean,
I'm
I'll,
picking.
I'll go first since I
okay,
have
Dante,
like
go
a
ahead.
very clean list.
Can you narrow it down to 10?
I mean, I can. I
Yeah.
don't know about you.
Yes, I have a type. All right. So number one for me is always will forever be Sableye from Gen 3 because Sableye is just the cutest thing in the world, and you can't tell me otherwise. Sableye is my Pikachu. He'll always be on my shoulder. Number two, Honedge and his evolution line. Come on, it's a floating sword. Who doesn't want a floating sword?
Good point.
Number three, I would have to say Alakazam. Even
There you
though I love
go.
ghost types,
There
I
you go.
have a special place in my heart with my
Alakazam is a man. Alakazam is a man.
I always have a special place in my heart because he was my first trade evolution
Okay.
when I was younger. I'm like, I can finally trade them all.
See,
Yay!
I didn't know
Can I
that.
go?
I didn't know that was a thing until what was it? Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. I didn't know that was a.
Really?
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I just thought sometimes if you trade Pokemon, they might evolve because it might be gaining a level.
Uh,
I didn't know that at the time. Of
uh,
course, when I was like 7 or 8.
yeah. I had a friend in school tell me, he's like, oh, you have to trade these to evolve it. I'm like, really? Yeah, you have to get the Game Link cable and everything. I was like, I could not afford Game Link cable at that time. So I had a friend who lived like down the street from me. He would come over with his Game Link cable and we would sit on the stoop and trade in between each other to get our Pokemon stuff. And that's how I got Alakazam.
Fair.
Fair enough.
So that was Alakazam, and I think in Silver, because that was my really first Pokemon game I really dived into. Where I think I almost finished the Pokédex in Silver. I think I was off by one, and I think it was Mew, which you could not get unless it was like an event. from somewhere, which I didn't know where that was. But I digress. Number 5. I have to go with Mimikyu.
I think you actually missed one.
Missed one?
I think Alakazam was 3 for you.
3?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
All right. So number 4 would probably be Gengar.
There you go. Okay, I can see that.
Simply because he was the OG Ghost, and of course he had to do a trade evolution with him. And it took me a while to actually get him, so I had to Haunter a lot.
Mhm.
But once I finally got Gengar, I'm like, oh, he could actually survive a hit. Because for the longest time, Haunter's like, he's so strong, but if he got hit by a super effective move,
Yeah,
he was down for
down.
the count.
Yeah, he was down.
I was like, oh, well, time to switch to my Meganium.
I have a lot of memories about that.
Mhm.
My cousin, his favorite Pokemon was Gengar, and actually
Nice.
my best friend Corey, his favorite Pokemon is Gengar, and Tuesday's favorite Pokemon is Haunter.
Nice.
And Haunter, don't get me wrong, Haunter's strong if you know how to use him right,
He
and
is strong.
if you don't get hit by a super effective move.
Yeah. He is
But
strong.
yeah,
He got as long as you build him on speed, he learns hypnosis. He got Shadow Punch. He can learn Sucker Punch. He is pretty strong. He can get you through most fights. It's just if he gets touched, he's going down. Just know
yeah.
that. But yeah, so number 4, Mimikyu, of course. When Mimikyu first was shown in Sun and Moon previews, I was like, they said this is the alternative to Pikachu, and I was like, I'll accept this with every fiber of my being.
I didn't even know. I thought that Mimikyu was older than that. I didn't know it was a Sun and Moon thing.
Yeah, he was first introduced in Sun and Moon.
I didn't see. I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah,
that was a Sun and Moon thing.
yeah. When they did the first showings, yeah, the Mimikyu was like one of their unofficial mascots in Sun and Moon because of his background story where they I loved like progressing each generation. They fleshed out more and more the Pokédex entries.
Mm-hmm.
Mimikyu's Pokédex entry has literally just said this is a Pokemon that wears a costume it made of Pikachu because it is so desperate to be loved. And I'm
Oh my
like,
god, that's so nuts.
I will love you, Mimikyu. I don't care what anyone else says, but the warning is to never look under its cloak.
Yeah.
It will literally try to hold it down to make you look over because if you look under it, you either get sick or worse, you would die. And there's a kid in the game that you see tugging on Mimikyu's cloak, and you're just like, this
You know
seems a
what's
bit
gonna
of
happen.
a
You know what's gonna happen.
this seems a bit of a warning label right now. And the kid's like, Mimikyu doesn't want me to look under his cloak. I wonder why. It's like, he's trying to save you. It's like it loves you and it doesn't want you to like go to the hospital.
Well, what is it like? Haunter. Its Pokedex description says that if you get licked by it, don't you die? Like, isn't that a thing?
If you get led by it, it's like paralysis.
Oh, so just like how it is in the game.
Yeah, but it's like one of his things is if he grips your head with one of his arms, he can pull his soul out. And he actually did that, remember?
Jeez. Yeah, in the
Yeah.
Pokemon anime, right?
Yeah, he did that with Ash and Pikachu.
I forgot about that. Like,
Yeah,
it's been a long time since I've seen the original episodes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they actually did that. Yeah, he can if he grips your head, he can pull your soul out temporarily. And Gengar is even gets even worse because his basic premise is to mimic a shadow.
Right.
And if you find your shadow on a wall, but there's no light source, then it's normally a Gengar. Do not let it follow you home because it will devour your soul if it tries.
That's nuts.
It's like I love ghost types because they're crazy like that. But at the same time, I'm cautious around this.
I just love the
Yeah.
descriptions in the Pokedex because it
Yeah.
seems like that the ghost Pokemon are always the ones who have the craziest,
Mhm.
like the most messed up Pokemon
Yep.
descriptions. Like,
Phantoms,
yeah.
Palisand's,
Oh, Palisand's
Litwick.
worse.
Yeah. It's built upon the bones of people that built it. I'm like,
Yeah, that's like nuts.
So do you really want people to know this?
Like Great Wall of China.
Oh yeah, jeez, you had to go
Yeah.
there. All right, so
So,
what's your number? What's your number 6?
number 6. Gallade.
Gallade, that's a good one.
Yeah. When routes first came out in Ruby and Sapphire, I was like, I'm gonna catch this route because it's amazing. And I'm like, yes, I caught it. And I had the premise of like, oh, for some reason I was little and I always kept the trend that I always caught the Pokemon that were male. And I never understood why. I was like, why? It's like, why are they female? Until breeding came out, like, but then when breeding came out, you always use a Dillo, so there was no point. But I had a male Routes, and he fully evolved into Gardevoir, and like, why does this seem kind of wrong? I don't. I don't know. I like it. I always had a male Gardevoir that was super strong, but I was like, he should be. I don't know. But then they added the Dawnstone, where you can make him into Gallade, and he had blades on his shoulders. I'm like, that's it. That's what was missing. He needed to have blade on his shoulders. It would have been fine if he was in full skirt and had blade on his shoulders.
Yeah, that's actually I didn't know that there was a evolution for or differences in evolutions for male or female Pokemon. I think
Yeah,
that Ralts was like one of the first, wasn't it?
yeah,
Wasn't
he
that
was
in
one of the
Soul
first. They introduced it in.
Silver, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't in Silver. It was later than that.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember is it or Black or White or Diamond and Pearl.
Okay.
I think it was Diamond and Pearl when they first.
Neither ones I've played.
Yeah, I think it was in Diamond and Pearl they introduced the Dawnstone, and they gave the gender evolutions to Snowrunt and Curlia.
Gotcha.
Because Snowrunt had the thing where it evolved into Glalie, and a female Glalie just looks like a giant face, and it was like, okay. So they gave female Snowrunt Frostlass, which is my number 7.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Frostlass is great, and I like its premise of it being a Yukiona, which is just the Japanese supernatural, just basically like what you called Ice Woman,
Mhm.
where it's just a woman, a spirit of a woman that usually you only find in a blizzard up in the mountains, and she would draw men into her cabin, which is basically probably most of the time an illusion, and she would seduce them with her feminine wiles until she finally freezes them to death and keeps their statues.
That's like Medusa type.
Yes. So
One into
Frostlass,
stone, one into ice. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
close
basically.
enough.
Yeah. So Frostlass does the same thing with other people.
Yeah.
It's like, I like you. Let me freeze you and keep you in my museum. Like, no thanks, Frostlass. I need to actually breathe for a little bit. But number 8. Oh, Hydreigon.
I don't remember that one.
He came in black and white.
Okay.
He was their generation pseudo legendary, their dragon type.
Oh, okay. Isn't that the one that has that when it evolves it gets 2 heads and then it gets 3 heads at its final evolution?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I can't get. I am never able to get that one. Like I cannot
Which
find
one?
that one. The,
Hydreigon.
Hydreigon?
Yeah. The Dino is the darkened dragon
Right.
type. Yeah.
Mhm.
I may be mistaken, but I think when he first came out, he was the one that had the highest evolution as a
Yeah.
level
Yeah.
evolution.
It is. It's actually one of the
64.
highest, and yeah, it was one of the highest in the games when it was introduced.
Yeah. And I was like, Hydreigon is so cool. I'm gonna get this. And I saw a dino. I'm like, okay, how do I level it? Okay, level 50. That's fine. 64.
Yeah.
Can take the entire game. But I did it and I stuck it out, and Hydreigon's still great for me. It's like
It's-
always.
It's still a really good, decent Pokemon.
Yeah, he's
even
still
even
pretty
today. Like I don't know how it
Yep.
is in the TCG, but
Mhm.
it's still very strong in the
Yeah.
games.
Yeah. I always feel like the reason why they introduced fairy types is because dragons and darks became too strong.
Yeah, and wasn't fairy types, wasn't that introduced in X and Y, correct? Because Xerneas was
yes.
their
Mhm. Yes,
was
Xerneas was their legendary. He was
legendary
a
fairy.
fairy type. Yeah. So yeah, they introduced fairy types then.
That's still a strong Pokemon. Jeez.
Xerneas.
Yeah.
Don't let him get Geomancy off.
Nope. Geomancy is his really good move. That's like
His signature
move.
Xerneas. But what number am I on? 9?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Let's see. Gibble.
Gibble's a strong Pokemon.
I love Gibble because he's just a giant mouth.
It's another pseudo legendary too.
Yeah, he's a little pseudo legendary. Diamond and Pearl. I was like, I love Garchomp, but I wish I would just keep a Gibble because he's just so cute. Yeah, it's like where half his mouth is just his body. It's just too funny to me.
I think I was first introduced to Gibble and its evolved forms when I just accidentally turned on the Pokemon anime. And I asked my cousin, because my cousin has played every single Pokemon generation. And he was like, "Oh, you don't know what that is?" I said, "No, I don't know what that is, but it looks really cool." He says, "Oh, that's Garchomp. He has like blades on his arms." I was like, "That sounds really cool. Where do I get one?" And he's like, "Have you played it was like literally that generation that it was on?" And I was like, "No, I haven't played it yet." And he's like, "Well, you need to play it because that's how you get it." I was like, "Okay." And I think I actually I just got a Gibble myself in my playthrough of Sword and Shield.
Nice.
I'm actually currently I'm doing the second DLC. What is it?
Crown Tundra.
Crown Tundra. And it was in the caves, because that's where it is. Crown Tundra. And I just finally evolved it to a Garchomp.
Nice.
So now I just need to go ahead and finish out the what is it? The cave of the one where you the one where you get the legendary legendary stuff. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. The you're trying to do the max raids?
Yeah.
The max
the
max raid tunnels, yeah.
Yeah.
I can never do those either because one, I would lose connection, or two, I would get Martin cry.
I'm not even joined up for online. I'm not even online doing it. I'm just doing it with the the base trainers. It took me about 10 tries to get Dialga. I think that's one of them.
Yeah, Dialga,
Yeah, it took me about 10 tries because the people kept bringing in a Magikarp.
It's like, yeah. Yeah, that'll happen a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I would not bring it.
Huh?
I'd bring it. That'd be me.
A level 100 Magikarp with flail.
Yep.
Yeah. Or bounce.
Bounce.
I don't even know if it can actually use that.
And it can only learn tackle, flail, and splash.
And well, this one had Hydro Pump.
Really?
Yeah, this one had Hydro Pump.
Okay.
I'm like, how
Oh
come
yeah.
Magikarp? I think it was able to learn Hydro Pump in the
Okay.
later generations, but
Oh, I think so too. Yeah.
I don't
It's
remember.
probably either an egg move or something.
Yeah.
Perf.
So, what's your number
My
10?
final, my number 10.
Yeah, your number 10.
See, I'm cycling through all the other ones that I have stashed away. I have to go with the starter, and it has to be Rowlet.
Rowlet's always a good choice. Rowlet's a strong choice too.
Yes.
Out of the grass starters, I think
Mhm.
that Rowlet is the best grass
Yeah.
starter.
I love Rowlet because he was an owl, and I was like, I want that owl in my life. And then when he saw that he fully evolves into a ghost
Yeah.
grass, I was like, it was made for me.
That was actually my starter. That was
Nice.
Sun and Moon, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was my starter in Sun and Moon.
Nice.
I have never chosen a grass type in my life
Mm-hmm.
until I chose Rowlet.
Wow.
And
What?
first generation was Charmander, obviously.
Of course.
Second generation was not Tentacruel.
Yeah.
Totodile?
Was Totodile because I like
Mhm.
the sprite.
Yeah.
Third generation was Chikorita,
Okay. Well,
and
not Chikorita. Third was either Trico, Mudkip, or Torchic.
Torchic. It was Torchic. That's
Torchic. Okay.
yeah. Chikorita second.
Yeah.
And then I stopped after that.
Okay.
Haven't played. I have not. I didn't play. What is it? Diamond and Pearl, Black and
Diamond
White,
and Pearl.
Black and White and
Okay.
2. And then X and Y. I think I forget what the starters were for X and Y. That's how unimpressed I was with those.
Froakie,
Okay, I think I chose Froakie.
Chespin, Froakie. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I think I chose Froakie because I saw Ash's Greninja and I was like, wow, that's a
Greninja.
cool looking Pokemon.
Yeah.
Sun and Moon, I chose Rowlet, obviously, and then
Yeah.
for this one, I wait. I actually saw what the evolution was for, the grass type,
Grookey. Yeah.
Grookey.
Yeah.
And Tuesday was like, well, you really like the Foo Fighters, so why don't you name him Grohl? Because after Dave Grohl, because Dave Grohl was the drummer for Nirvana when they were still there, or when they
Nice.
were still touring and all that. And I was like, yeah, that sounds really cool. So I named him after Dave Grohl. So I somewhere in my boxes right now, I have a
Rillaboom.
a Rillaboom that's named Grohl.
That's funny. Yeah, I chose Grookey for my first one too. I was like, he's a little monkey that could a giant gorilla that does drums.
And
I don't
now
care about the body.
and now that they have the Pokemon Home, I have all the starters. So I have
Nice.
to
Yeah.
I have to actually just add them and level them up,
Mm-hmm.
which is a really good thing. I hated having to ask people for trades just so I can get the Pokedex entry.
See, I circumvent that. I literally just kept my old Game Boy Advance when I got a Game Boy SP and then traded it between myself. I was like, I don't need friends. I just need hardware.
Yeah, I hated that because my cousin had the hardware,
Mhm.
and I didn't back in the Game Boy days.
Yeah.
I really actually really missed the Game Boy days because it felt like for me, because I was still really young, I was experiencing Pokemon with more interest than I am now. But I still think that the way that I like to do things, I like, if I haven't caught it, I will catch it, and then if somebody needs it, I'll send the first evolve version or the first basic version to them so they can evolve it.
Yeah.
But I mean, what was it? I can't do that with a lot of the Pokemon because a lot of the Pokemon won't show up.
Right.
So I'm kind of SOL out of that on that. But yeah, I think that's actually a pretty solid list for the type choices that you like.
Yeah.
Ghost is a very niche topic or niche like for Pokemon types. I
For
personally do like ghost types, but not a huge super duper fan.
yeah,
Ghost types are such a powerhouse.
Yeah, they are. There's some Pokemon, especially like Gengar, who can learn like Thunder Punch and Fire Punch, Ice
Mhm.
Punch, or whatever, and then just still be a powerhouse with different type moves.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
that's a
I
pretty
think
solid list.
Yeah, I think the premise of for just me ghost types is just all I just like their whole aesthetic where they're either mischievous pranksters or loners, and that was usually me as a kid. I was just a loner type, but also a prankster. And I was like, these ghost types are for me. Yay!
All right, that's a pretty solid list. Matt, do you want to go ahead and
Yeah.
do yours? If you don't want to do the full 10, you can
No,
pull
that's
up
fine.
whatever.
Sorry, I was responding on one of the Twitch chats for you.
Oh. Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, that's my friend Sean. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Snorlax is all the way. Snorlax, best boy, OG. Gonna need to move that butt with a poke flute.
You need to get the beanbag for him.
I
Put it behind
know, I
you.
know. I need the beanbag to put
He
it
wants
right
that like
right back there.
10-foot beanbag chair
Yes, the
around.
Snorlax. And just lay on his belly as he should be forever.
All right,
Sorry,
Matt. All
old
right, Matt. Who
school.
do you got?
I'm going old school right here.
I can't see.
Can it even pull it up?
Yeah, yeah.
Boom.
Charmander.
Charmander. Okay.
My number one pick. Right here. Number one pick, hands
Uh,
down.
Charmander's a strong pick.
yes.
Not because of his Volve. He's just my boy. Like first Pokemon I ever went with. Got me into the game, hands down. Just because I always have a strong connection with fire. Sorry, I'm having what you call an echo going through because of the phone.
Oh, you're here.
I thought that was hysterical having him. Definitely one of the funnest Pokemon to have with me on my list. Snorlax was definitely a close second choice because who doesn't want a giant freaking Pokemon with them?
Yeah, yeah. It looks like
He's like
Totoro.
exactly. He's
I've
like a
actually
giant My Neighbor Totoro.
Yeah.
And with that, it's like perfect to have around.
Yeah. It's
It's like I feel like summer night, just chill out under the stars, sleep. We're good.
I think when Pokemon Go first came out and I started playing it, the first Pokemon I caught outside of
the starter.
my starter was a Snorlax, and it was in my kitchen. I was like, "What the? Stop reading my fridge!"
I have a really strong connection with Snorlax. Snorlax is like one of my favorite. It is actually. We'll get to my list after Matt, and I'll talk about
God,
that.
I know your list is like right there.
I actually have some shockers on my list.
Interesting.
Now, I know this is going to sound hysterical, especially from somebody like me. We're gonna go bam,
Meryl.
Meryl. He is like adorable. Not his evolved version, but
Yeah,
Meryl.
the standard Meryl. Azumarill is kind of like
And don't get me wrong, give me his baby version or him, hands down. Give me his evolve, no.
yeah.
I love the look of the two. I don't know why. I just think they're adorable. Power them guys up. I would hold them from evolving just to have them.
All right.
If we're gonna throw a legendary in there, I would have to put in my boy Mew,
Okay.
because Mew is like one of the hardest guys I've ever had to go and fight for in one of the games.
Hmm.
Not Mewtwo, everybody went after Mew.
So somebody
Yeah.
just commented in the in the chat, and we'll get back to your list. Actually, I think that we actually might answer this. They asked, do you like painting any of the characters?
I have, but it's been a while.
I can't draw worth anything. But if it's a color by numbers, yeah. But I do like sometimes like drawing or I haven't done it in a long time, but when I was in school, I would actually draw the Pokemon by memory and it would not turn out good. Um I think that the easiest one obviously would be Ekans because he's just a squiggly lines anyway. Or Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo is just a tree. What about you, Dante?
I don't art. I had like classes of art when I was in school, high school, but I just never kept up with it. Uh,
We actually I actually know a friend who does art. And my fiance actually got her to make a Gengar and I think it was a Charmander or something like that. A Charmander and Gengar painting, and
Right.
it's like a little small painting that you can hang on the wall. We still haven't. We still have hung it up, and being here in our apartment for about almost 2 years now, and we still haven't hung it up. But it's actually pretty good.
nice.
Shout out to our friend Boots.
Like, by all means, there's a few of us that in the group that will be doing some art, and by all means, if there is a Pokemon that you want to see if we can draw, by all means, give us a shout for it. We will see what we can do. Um,
And maybe if you guys requested enough, uh, we'll go ahead and make a try to draw video. If I can get the
right.
program to work.
Yeah, I might do that. Also, we are eventually going to have a website where we'll be selling some stuff, and art projects like that could be on it. So we will be taking requests for certain things. So by all means, if you want certain Pokemon things, give us a shout. I am horrible at painting, but I did draw for years. Uh, I haven't really been drawing a lot because of some nerve damage,
Yeah,
but
personal issues.
I'm trying to get back into a lot of it again, especially since some surgery's been gone through and stuff like that. Um, so by all means, it'll be a good way to try it out. Pokemon aren't the hardest of things to sketch out, so it'll be a good practice.
Yeah, and definitely send if you have any questions or you need something or ordered or maybe commissioned, and that we have friends who are looking to make a little bit of money and that we can point them in the right direction. You can email us at
Yeah.
and Matt, if you want to go ahead and send that into the chat so that they can go ahead and email us. Do you
Sure,
remember
I'll
what the
post that up.
yeah? Do you remember what the email is?
Uh, I have it written down.
Uh, I believe it's Dragon's Breath Forge
Dragon's
89.
Breath Forge 86 at Gmail.
I think it was 89, wasn't it?
No, 86.
Oh yeah, you're right. 86.
But I will post that up there too.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you can let us know what you want drawn, and maybe we can find somebody who does art that we know and wants to get commissioned.
So you guys can always email us for stuff like that right therein. If you have any questions or stuff like that about them, you can always email us out there. Um,
Yeah,
so
no,
that is a good question. Don't ever feel shame to ask us.
Yeah, and
Like I said, we're all about having different things up there, and by all means, if you have a question or if you are interested on saying, if you're like, hey, I like doing this part of thing, do you think I might be able to, you know,
yeah, join us.
join us, and show some of my stuff in your stuff? We're all about helping others however we can.
Yeah. Um. Anyway,
All right,
Matt, what
so
is
back
your
to it.
number 4?
My number 4 will be a hysterical choice, just because it is hysterical. Mike will probably laugh. Here comes the Shuckle.
Shuckle.
Shuckle is the
No.
best,
It's the most powerful defensive Pokemon in competitive.
and also the strongest offensive. If you do what is it, hat trick or something like that?
Yeah, Power Trick.
Power trick. Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Power trick will switch its offensive and defensive, and
Right.
Yeah.
under the right conditions, it is literally the most powerful Pokemon in the game.
Yeah.
So we don't effle with Shuckle.
Right. You don't.
You know
Pretty much.
you know what we're saying.
Right.
Okay, so Shuckle is actually a personal favorite of mine. One of my personal
Okay.
favorites.
Mm.
What's your number 5?
My number 5 would probably have to be another fire type, and it will probably have to be a. Sorry, I just said, what if I won? Sorry,
Oh yeah,
I cut out an N. I was like, wait, what? Sorry. Let me type this real quick, so that way I can actually spell.
Yeah, so we basically right now what we're doing is we're obviously just listing our top 10, and if you wanna, you're gonna get hurt because Shuckle may not look like much, but he gonna hurt. I think it was. I know there was a YouTube video about it, and
Yeah.
I think he said it could do over like 1 million damage under the right conditions.
Yeah, I think it's like
It's a parody.
Forgot.
It's called Don't Effle with Shuckle.
I think I saw
Right.
that.
Yeah, I've
think
watched it a few times because I laugh my ass off all the time.
Isn't that the only way you can do it in a double battle, right?
Yeah, it's no, it's not even a duel battle. It's if
Oh, Baton Pass.
yeah.
Gotcha.
So my next one would be the wonderful. I have to
Growlithe?
do it so you guys can
Oh,
actually see it.
Arcanine.
Those
Arcanine?
people
Arcanine, the bestest boy.
that don't
Yeah.
know what Pokemon we're talking about can actually see them.
Yeah, you can see.
Yeah.
So that way you guys can actually see who we're talking about. Because, some people don't actually know them.
Yeah.
Just because who in the world does not want to go and try to pet that thing? I would honestly be one of those stupid people that would try to pet a Ponyta and probably burn himself.
Well,
I'm just saying.
not if it likes you.
Yeah, but you won't know.
Fire.
Yeah,
It won't.
fire.
You just have to
It's
try.
on fire. I would go up and pet it and I would burn.
It's fine. You just lightly touch your hand on its mane. See if it feels painful, then you let go. It's like, oh, it doesn't like it.
Pretty sure
Then-
both of you know I would probably be like, it's a horse, and go up and hug it and be like, I'm on
Yeah.
fire.
And then it would just trot away like it did nothing.
Right. I'm pretty sure both of you know that by now.
Like, oh no, he's on fire.
I'm
Press
like,
use icy
and then
wind.
you guys would be like, dude, stop, jump, and roll. And you just see me like run around in circles, like, never mind.
All right.
Right.
Number 6.
Next up would be our man, Cubone.
Oh.
Oh, Cubone.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Lovely
He is
Pokemon.
adorable,
Saddest
and I
story.
feel sad for him.
I feel sad. Yeah.
Saddest story. Wasn't
Saddest story alive.
The first sad story of Pokemon.
Yes.
It's like he's wearing the bones of his mother. It's like what? What?
Right.
Yeah,
Why
that's
would you do
sad.
this?
Why would you say that? That makes me just sad for not catching every single one.
I remember
Right.
in have both of you seen Detective Pikachu?
Yes,
Yeah.
I loved it.
The first scene.
When
Go catch
he
this
tries to
Cubo.
catch his Cubo, yeah.
I was like, it's probably sad. It's missing his mother. He can catch it easy. Gets hit by boomerang. It's like, no, this poor man.
All right, so what's your number 7? Unknown. Yes, Unknown's a good one.
Which character?
That's-
Unknown.
Yeah, what's your favorite character of Unknown?
F and the U. They got to be friends.
So you're
sorry.
just have it's like oh, you're unknown. So just one would just float out from your right side.
E-Man's favorite one is S. Personally, I actually really like the H. The H Unknown is actually really cool, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. I'm just messing there. They're awesome. All of them are. They just look really cool, and they were a pain in the neck to catch.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember trying to catch them in Silver and Gold.
Trying to catch them,
Yeah.
they were so annoying. So they had to earn a spot in my top.
Mhm. I was like, I unlocked all of them. I still can't get W. And then looking at, I already got it.
Yeah.
Fine.
Trying to remember what letter and what is it? Quote exclamation mark, I think is one of them, and then the question mark, I believe is one.
Yeah,
of them.
those came like in a fire red, leaf green. I'm like, they
Yeah.
added 3 more. Ugh,
Yeah.
I just got tired of it. It's like, you know what?
Catch
I'm
it.
catching the question mark.
And their
That's it.
catch rate is super low.
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna catch this D. This is fine. 20 Pokeballs later.
Yeah.
I'm trying to catch this D. It's gonna struggle pretty soon. It struggled and died.
All right.
Take another hour to find it.
Number, I think that's 7.
Right.
I forget.
I would have to go back to my starters. At this point, I would actually be going towards Squirtle,
Squirtle's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
just because, come on, he's a waterman, you know.
Yeah, that Squirtle
Yeah.
And
Squad.
who didn't love Squirtle in the Squirtle Squad?
Squirtle Squad.
You know,
Them
come
glasses.
them glasses were just on point.
Bono got jealous.
Right. Then I would have Vulpix.
Vulpix is a very strong pick.
Yes.
Like,
Never.
not even for fighting, just like, come on. It's just an adorable little freaking fox, little creature that freaking, who wouldn't want that as a pet? It just
Yeah.
looks like it would be a massive, high maintenance, like, wannabe dog.
Never pull its tail.
Yeah.
Never. It will remember. And when it evolves into Ninetales, you'll regret it.
And you
So-
kind of all want a Meowth just for payday,
Oh, Meowth.
because who wouldn't want some easy cash?
Yeah.
but
I remember fighting a Meowth, and at some point I ended up, he used Payday so much that I ended up getting like 11,000 Pokédollars in one battle.
Like, who doesn't want a payday from a Meowth? Like, they're like, yo, just pay me.
what if it was a foreign Meowth and it used Payday, but it only gave you in foreign currency?
That would be weird.
Hey, pay me in euro.
There's still conversion.
Give me euro.
There's still conversion.
Pay me in euro. I'm good.
There's still conversion.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
Euro's better.
I think this one is. I think that was your 10th one, right?
No, I think it was on 9.
Okay,
that was number 9.
Number 9.
And then to finish it off would be old school, hands down, Eevee, because you never know what he's going to evolve to.
Roll the
Well,
dice.
you can pick.
It's a roll of the
Roll
dice.
the dice. Yeah.
No, you let him evolve how he wants to evolve.
No, he's gonna
No,
be an
you-
Espeon or an
I don't think you can actually choose, right? Well, no, I mean you can choose
Could.
obviously with a stone or with the stones.
With a stone, but
yeah, but there's not like a
come on.
level. There's not like a level cap where then it evolves and then you get the roll of the dice.
Well, in game with Umbreon and Espeon is based on friendship, and if it's during the day, you get Espeon.
Yeah, we don't count those BS mechanics. I hated doing that. I hated
Why?
that.
I remember
When I figured out that it was based on the friendship level, I was like, it looks like I'm never catching one. Looks like I'm never getting one because I hate doing it. I hated doing it so much. Now that Sword and Shield have it like popped out in the Lake of Rage on specific days, I'm like, okay, cool. Apparently, I checked my Pokédex the last time I played. I still haven't caught a Vaporeon, and it shows up there all the time. Or I can just catch an Eevee and get give it a water stone.
I remember in Silver when I first played Silver, Bill gives you an Eevee, and I did not know because Silver was my first game. I didn't even play a Red Blue Batman. I did not know that you could evolve it. I was just fighting with it. I'm like, this Eevee's so great. He learned Takedown. He learned Bite. It's amazing. And I was on the 8th gym, and all my Pokemon were about to die before I got to Claire. And Eevee evolved into Espeon. I was like, and it learned Psybeam, and I sweeped Claire so fast. I was like, Espeon, I love you so much. I want you as my pet forever.
Sean says he still has his red and blue cartridges.
Nice.
I love all of mine.
I don't. At some point, I remember trying to get the next Game Boy when it came out, and at some point, I either gave them to my younger cousin because he was starting to get into them, or I traded it in for the new Pokemon.
Yeah, I think I did that with all my one, but I did that with my Silver, so I didn't have all my originals. But then I just bred them all back, and they're now just sitting in Pokemon Home now.
Well, still, I mean, at least the Pokemon that you caught like 20 odd years ago are still there. Sorry, I accidentally hit my mic.
It's okay. It's better than mine. Mine are all just sitting on my cartridge. I haven't even brought them to home.
I think it's harder to do that from the red and blue, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you have to get like either a Game Boy Advance to trade them over up to at least, I want to say Ruby and Sapphire is the closest they can get to, and keep trading them up until you can transfer them over to Sun and Moon, so you can transfer them into Home.
So realistically, you need two.
I would have to
Game
transfer.
Boys.
I would have to transfer from one system to the next system to the next system
to a program.
To another, yeah.
Program. Yeah.
I'd have to trade it like 3 different times. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Rattata.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. I don't want to do that.
That's a lot of Rattata. And what's worse is it would be trading for like my first systems for red and blue. I was a perfectionist. If any of you guys play games with me, I am a trophy hunter.
Yeah, he is.
So that means I go after all the trophies, and I try to collect everything.
Oh, you try to complete the Pokédex.
He's a trophy hunter and a completionist. Okay.
So yeah, that's a nightmare. So all of my Pokemon were 100, and all of them were completely evolved. I had a copy of every single one, and that meant I had every single evolve of them and every single Pokemon.
So you had what is called a living dex, where you had the entire entry. Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, what is a living dex?
A living dex is when you have every single Pokemon in your box that is individual. They're not the involved one. You have a Bulbasaur, an Ivysaur, and a Venusaur.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do in Sword and Shield.
Are you trying to do the living dex?
Yeah,
it's hard.
it's hard. Like I'm actually waiting on a few Pokemon that I still haven't been able to find, and it's because of
Yeah.
the weather conditions.
Yeah.
Um, that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to do that and shiny hunt at the same time. And it's
Yeah,
become
my friend, I introduced him to Pokemon in Sword and Shield, and he was like, "I'm gonna do a living dex," and I'm like, "You can barely train your Pokemon. Can you just hold on for a bit?" And he's like, "It's fine, I got it." And then, sure enough, a month later, he got a living dex, and then a day after that, he's like, "I'm gonna do a shiny living dex." So I'm like, okay.
ow, ow, why torture yourself?
I couldn't. He
Um,
he just goes either 0 or 2,000% with everything.
well, I mean, the only way is to just go head over heels into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so for me, my number one Pokemon. This is gonna surprise a lot of people. Snorlax. Snorlax is my
God,
number.
I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, Snorlax is my number one. I guess when I was first introduced to Pokemon, I just remember the initial encounter for Snorlax, and I remember I accidentally knocked Snorlax out, and I remember like, oh well, that's a silly encounter. Why would you do that? And then my cousin like, did you knock him out? I was like, yeah, and he's like, well, that's the only way you can ever catch Snorlax. So I had to restart from my last save to
Which was how far back?
yeah, which was like 2 gems.
Mm,
Yeah,
that hurt.
but the memory of that actually, staying with me all these years is what really made my love for Snorlax um really pop out. And actually it got um so vivid in my mind that we actually have a stuffed animal Snorlax. Not from Build-A-Bear, but we got it from GameStop when they were selling it.
Mm.
It was like, I think like $30, but it was still a really nice one. We call him Snore. The cats love him. But yeah, that's the reason why I really like Snorlax. I don't like Munchlax though. Don't like Munchlax.
Really?
I hate Munchlax.
Ah,
I hate Munchlax with a passion. Um,
I
So I remember moving you in. Remember all the Snorlaxes in the apartment? Dude, sprawled out on the floor from just heat.
that's he.
I
So freaking hot.
yeah, and
Moving him
also
into his place.
and also it's because it was a 3rd-story apartment, so
Uh,
it was a lot harder to get things up. But yeah, we do have quite a bit of Snorlax merch. For my number 2 is Shuckle.
Okay.
Shuckle is my second, and it's because
Isn't Shuckle supposed to be in the tank behind you?
not that one. He's actually directly behind me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can kind of see the green glow.
Oh yeah, I see him.
Yeah. I love Shuckle so much that I bought a tortoise and his name is Shuckle.
Aww.
He's my little buddy. Also the reason why I like Shuckle is because of his shiny form. Instead of the red shell, he is blue.
Mhm.
So my number 3 is Charizard. Charizard is my number 3 because of the initial, well, obviously the memes, but
Yeah.
it's
He's a dragon, but not a dragon type.
yeah, he's a fire but no dragon, and he looks like a dragon. Which
It's
is really funny. So I'm gonna so the way that I really like to I'm going to list these is number 4 is Sandslash. Um, both both red and blue Sandslash, and then Alolan Sandslash. One is because the first one is a regular Sandslash is a ground type, and then it switched over to Ice and Steel.
Yeah.
Which was also a really nice. And plus the color combination was really cool, and plus Sandshrew, Alolan Sandshrew looks so cute. He looks like he's living in a little igloo.
Igloo. Yeah, I was like, he looks like an igloo.
Yeah. Number 5 for me is Steelix.
Nice.
This
Steelix,
is a very strong.
yeah, Steelix is very strong. Plus, it was really nice to have Onyx actually evolve after so many years.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was literally the next generation, but
Yeah.
there
Mhm.
was no Onyx
That's
in
still one heck
Silver
of
and
a
Gold.
wait.
Yeah, because there was no Onyx in Silver and Gold.
Yeah.
Number 5 is this is where we're gonna get into the legendary category because yeah, it's cool to have like the regular Pokemon and all that, but le- the legendaries they're called legendary for a reason and because they look cool.
Okay.
One of my friends says, or one of the people who are watching asked the guy with the cool beard what is his favorite number.
3.
3. Yeah, so 3 is his favorite number. I don't know why he asked me.
He's
Um,
probably typing it.
yeah, probably. Yeah, it's 3 sniper. SN1 hyper.
Yeah.
That's not good, he says. You can chat with him in chat. Can it be 300? He says. Hey, 300 is cool. 300 was the Battle of Thermopylae, which there was actually more than 300. No, just do 300. 300 is cool.
Well, those are my other lucky numbers. 13 and 21.
Okay, so what I was saying something about the legendaries. Oh yeah, legendaries.
Yeah.
The reason why the legendaries are cool. Yeah, we can do 1, 2, 3. Let's just do 1, 2,
Sure.
3, Matt. Yeah, let's just do
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3 is his favorite number.
Sure.
So the reason why I like the legendary ones is because obviously they look cool. So the legendary that I really like is Zapdos.
Okay.
I like the color combination for Zapdos, the yellow and black. It looked really cool.
What did you think of
Wait, what?
Somebody,
Alolan Zapdos?
I don't even have donations on. It says somebody donated money, but I don't have donations on. I don't even think I have my PayPal.
Is that for the?
Oh, it says it's a Twitch donation.
Like a
I didn't even know that was a thing. Oh, well, thank you, Sniper.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You rock.
You rock. Go ahead and follow us.
Follow us.
Follow me. And follow. So let me go ahead and just say this real quick, Matt. Definitely follow me because I'm going to be kind of like the face of streaming for Dragon's Breath Forge. And I think sometime this week I'm actually going to go ahead and do a Total War Warhammer 2 stream because Total War Warhammer 3 got announced. So I'm going to do that sometime this week, and then every Monday at 8 or 7:30, 8 o'clock.
38 o'clock.
Yeah, we're going to go live, and each week is going to cover a different topic. But again, thank you so much for the Twitch donation. That's awesome. But go ahead, Matt. Go ahead and say what you were saying.
No, I'm saying that. You rock. Definitely don't forget to follow us. Also, by all means, tell us your favorite Pokemon in chat. We'll see about. I might sit down and try drawing that out for you, and we'll send it out to you.
What can we do with $123?
Well,
Or
one we can.
123?
We
can pay for for our website.
Right, we can get the website actually
Yeah.
up and running. I can go and set that up tonight. Pikachu.
Yes.
All right.
Pikachu is his favorite Pokemon.
Pikachu.
Pikachu's
All right.
a strong pick. Yeah, strong pick.
Awesome.
So again, thank you. That means a lot to us. And also it's good to get the word out to people out here for us. Okay, so the other Pokemon that I really like is I think what I'm at 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
number 6. Number 6 is Sudowoodo.
Okay.
Sudowoodo. Oh, thank you again for the follow. Yes, that was a Timo laugh. Um, I actually really like Sudowoodo sprite. The sprite for Sudowoodo looks really cool. Um, I really do like Sudowoodo, obviously because I remember in Silver and Gold when you tried to cut one of the trees, it was a Sudowoodo.
Yeah. How long of a time were you stuck on that Sudowoodo?
Um, how many times did I have to restart? Okay, about 4. I the first time I didn't know it was technically I think back in Silver and Gold it was wasn't it a fire type or not a fire type? Wasn't it a grass type, right?
No, it was
It
still
was a
rock.
ground. It was rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I accidentally used a fighting type one time, and I one shot it.
Mhm.
At one point I used a water type, and I accidentally one shot it. Had to restart again. At one point I used a grass type, and then the last time I actually just said screw it, and I just started tossing Pokeballs at it. And I threw like 20 Pokeballs to catch it. So that was number 5. Number 6. This is going to surprise a lot of people. It's actually going to be Cleffa.
Really?
I like Cleffa. I like the Clefairy evolution line, to be honest with you. Um, I there's something about it. I just really like Cleffa. Um, number 7, Slowking.
Okay.
Slowking is because I have a personal connection with Pokemon 2000.
Okay.
Because I remember distinctly going to the theater and saying, "Hey, isn't that a new Slowpoke?" Because I remember the talking Slowking.
Oh yeah, that was the first time they introduced it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Um, and plus, it says in the Pokedex that it's about as smart as any human. Excuse me.
I was like, oh, it takes their shoulder to bite on your head to
Yeah,
get as smart as a human.
yeah.
Okay.
So again, this one's it differentiates because I have 3 are tied for number 7, and that's the 3 evolutionary dogs or the 3 legendary dogs.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, Suicune, Entei, and the other one I forgot.
Raikou, yeah.
Right, yeah. Because I didn't know that they were a Pokemon until like X and Y.
Really?
I didn't know about that. No.
That's- I remember when I pulled them out from their slumber in gold silver, and I saw them running away. I'm like, what just happened? And then randomly going to a grass, you see this giant fire dog looking at you at level 50, and you have your level 30 Meganium. And I'm like, level 36 Meganium. I'm like, run away?
I remember realizing that it was I remember it was something with I heard some PokeTuber talking about it, and they were talking about how they pulled a Entei card off of one of the sets, and he was talking about how excited he was, and I just remember what's Entei. I didn't know what it was. Like I was like, what I'm on number 8, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 8's really cool. My number 8 is Rufflet.
Ooh, yeah.
Rufflet is cool because it evolves into Braviary, and plus it looks like a
Braviary.
little chick.
Yeah, the Braviary was a pretty fun flying type. It was probably one of the few flying types I actually considered keeping on my team.
Mhm.
Because usually when I have a flying type, I kick it out for my pseudo legendary dragon.
I I think my number 9 is Kyogre. Kyogre's
Yeah.
cool. Kyogre is really cool. And that was what, number 9? Is it number 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And my last one is it's just because it was like one of the coolest Pokemon that I ever seen. Um, Thundurus,
One of the
one of the genies.
the genies. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, do you like his original form or his Therian form?
No, I like the original form better. To be honest
Okay.
with you. And don't get me wrong. And obviously these lists are individualized to every other person, so your list could be different than ours, and for different reasons, obviously. But these are the Pokemon that we actually really enjoy watching or seeing in game, and just pulling out of TCG if we play TCG. Um, Now with the top 10 all done, let's talk about some of the discussions that have gone on over the 25th anniversary of Pokemon.
Real quick before that one. How messed up is it to have a child just kicked out of the house to go wander the world
As
at
an
his
11 year
age?
old, yeah, as an 11-year-old.
Like
What
now
would
they.
happen nowadays? It's like, come on.
Well, if Pokemon
Like,
existed, I guess it'll be kind of okay. And
Yeah, and don't forget he was doing something for
there's
the
running the
professor.
world. That means there's monsters running this world.
Well, I mean, you got to really think about it though. The Pokemon and the humans really coexist, so they're not
yeah,
really monsters. They're just other beings trying to exist.
it's like it will just be like 11 years old. What grade would you be in?
I
What is
think, at least for me, I think I would be in sixth,
six? So like
fifth or
sixth
sixth.
grade,
So sixth grade,
your
one,
parents
you
like
don't need school
okay,
anymore. So you're not in
time,
school anymore.
yeah.
Time to grow the heck up.
Yeah, it is kind of trial
It's
by
like
fire.
okay, kid, time to get your Pokemon from the professor, and you
Go
have to
get a
pick.
Pokemon. Good
And you get
luck. And not every kid got their Pokemon from a
No,
professor.
no, some
no,
of them had to catch
Some
it.
of them had to get it
and
from their parents, or they went into the wild and had to catch their own.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be the one that would just have a Sableye in my attic, and I'll just be like, this is mine.
Yes, it is
Sean
trial by
says
fire.
trial by fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and
And
pull
then
up.
what? They probably gave you like what, $2,000? Let's
No,
say.
in Pokemon Let's Go they gave you 5.
So
Yeah, they gave you in Pokemon Let's Go they gave you 5,000 Poké Dollars.
Yeah, so here's 5,000 Pokédollars to start off your life.
let's say $5,000. Okay, 5,000. Okay, but you're walking everywhere.
Yeah, well, at least until you
You
get the
you like
bike.
okay. So let's say you even start off with a bike nowadays.
Yeah, that's true. So let's talk about some of the Pokemon news that's come out over the last couple months, because it this year actually marks Pokemon's 25th anniversary. How old were you when you were 25 years ago? For me, I would be 3.
I will be 6.
Matt's probably
Started my Pokemon journey.
Matt's older than us by a few years. So
I would have been out journeying with this Pokemon.
yeah. So above 11. Okay.
Yeah.
So a few things that we wanted to talk about is some of the major news is Pokemon scalpers. Um and if you are one of these people, how come on.
How dare you?
It's 2021, the kids meals are meant for kids.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
can
but those
get
things are delicious, and you can get apples
well, I
and
mean,
milk.
like,
No, they wouldn't even get the meal. They
yeah,
would
they
literally
wouldn't even
just
get the meal.
go
They would just
to
they
the
would just
register and just request, "Hey, can
like
I have your
pay,
entire box of Pokemon cards?"
yeah, and
And
they
just
would
buy it
pay
like
for
that.
them. Yeah, and then they would pay it for them, and then they would sell it online for a ginormous amount of money. Actually, Sean messaged me earlier, and he said he got um, a shiny Bulbasaur card from one of the Happy Meals and he saw on like eBay it's like $300 to get one. Now there is a difference if you actually pay for or you actually eat the Happy Meal toys. We're not
Yeah.
saying that if you're doing that, then that that's fine. Some people have dietary restrictions, or whatever it may be. But if you're just like saying, "Hey, I want to buy the whole thing of Pokemon cards," and then turning around, not even opening them or adding them to your collection, and just selling them online for $300, $400, $500, then and excuse my language, but you are a piece of shit. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I'm sorry,
it's
but
just messed
you
up.
are literally a piece of shit.
Like, don't get me
Because
wrong. If you go and you get it, and you're picking up a Mickey D's, and you're getting them, and you have extra, and you want to sell your card, cool. But if you're buying them like in bulk, no.
yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. My dad was a Pokemon, or not Pokemon, but he was a McDonald's manager back when I was growing up. And if he was a Pokemon manager, I would have been like, what? But no,
Right.
he remembers the Beanie Babies that they would always have every year, and people would just
Oh,
request, like two or three, but never like the whole box, because Beanie
But at the
Babies.
same time, it should be up to the person at Mickey D's to say no.
Yeah, well, yeah, but at the same time, people are like,
Here's $500. Give me
Beanie
this.
Beanie Babies aren't worth anything anymore right now,
Yeah.
except for like the
True.
super duper special editions, like the Princess Diana one. That
True.
could go like 500, 400, $400 or $500. But
Yeah.
realistically, unless you get like a super like first edition Charizard, Pokemon cards are not worth jack. I mean,
True.
yeah, some of the shiny ones, then yeah, I could see it. But first edition Charizard's like what, $50,000 online. I mean,
Yeah.
it's still it's not even what is it, Black Lotus. It's not Black Lotus from Magic.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the actually I just saw like earlier this month, Black Lotus signed by the original artist sold at auction for like $500,000. I
Yeah.
mean, that's nuts. I mean, for a piece of cardboard,
Yep.
it's nuts. But
Collector.
I'm sorry, but like there
Yeah.
comes a time when you really have to say, is it worth it to do this?
But don't get me wrong. We're not making fun of anybody that's a collector.
No,
God knows.
no. We're collectors ourselves.
We're collectors ourselves. If anybody has noticed, we're all collectors.
We're all collectors of something.
So
I have
we're
my
not making fun
Funkos.
of anybody that's a collector in any way, shape, or form. It's just if you're collecting it for personal use, by all means,
But if you're
go
collecting
for
it
it.
for profit,
Like, we understand if you have multiples. Like, I collected what? I have Magic. I've gotten both of them into Magic. And Mike was making an angel deck. I had, what, 3 of the exact same angels?
yeah, and you were like, here.
Mike got an angel card that he needed for his deck. I kept an angel for my deck, and I sold one back, and I bought more cards.
Yeah,
I don't need like, it was that simple.
there comes a time when you really have to think about like, and this isn't new. I think let me English, not right words. Last year when the PlayStation came out, people were buying them up left and right and just
Yep.
selling them for a profit. I mean, I was very lucky to be able to get mine.
Yeah, I did too.
You still have people that are buying them and
It-
doing that.
It's going to be a while before they start scalping those.
Yeah.
What was it? Somebody just bought one online for $600, and they got a box of rocks.
Yep.
And then in the description, it said box.
I mean, at some point, you're going to have to really think about, there's people with kids who just really like getting these things. There's nothing wrong with that, to get them for their kids. But I think what is it? I think this year they actually have like a Pokemon Pikachu special edition like box. Like I would get one just to have the box.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't care about the cards. I don't collect the cards. I mean, would it be cool to get like a shiny Bulbasaur or a shiny? I don't think Snorlax even has a shiny.
I don't know.
Dante,
Now I
do
know
you?
Snorlax has a little medallion
Oh yeah,
if you get one of those like the box sets.
yeah. Dante, do you know if he has a?
I don't think I know he may have an EX card, which is like a just supersized version of his card, but I don't think he has a shiny card.
Well, anyway. Um. But let's just say like I'm not very happy about the people doing that.
Yeah,
Even with the PlayStation One, it's horrible. Like if you're doing that, then you're automatically, at least to me, on the shit list. Because
Yeah, you guys are the ones that are making the prices that make people not be able to afford games
yeah,
like this.
yeah,
And for
and
the gamers that love this as a game, or even that want to start off, you are the people that can't let us continue gaming or help other people get into that game. Because if you're driving up the prices by buying up entire stock of it, you're just destroying any chance of them getting it.
yeah.
um, what else was it? Oh, anyway, so 25th anniversary. Katy Perry has a song I think coming out for the Pokemon anniversary. They're doing a digital Post Malone concert,
I saw
which
that.
which is cool. Plus, if you have, I think, Sword and Shield, you can get a unique Pikachu to mark that celebration. I think
Yeah,
it actually knows Sing, which I think is
yeah. I
the
know the
first
thing.
time.
Yeah.
I think it's the I think it's
I
the
was
first
like,
time.
why does this Pokemon? Why does Pikachu need to know Sync? It's going to immediately get forgotten. But yeah,
Um,
you can have it sing. They're having an item set that you can get, and I think they're having a max raid,
mhm.
special max raid event during
Yeah.
that time too. But yeah, they were. Everyone is hoping for the big announcement that
Oh
everyone
yeah.
wants to happen.
And I think
With
that's leading up to what I was actually just about to say.
More years. 40 more years of Pokemon.
Actually, they
40 more years of Pokemon.
actually they. Sorry, that was my Twitch. I was actually checking my channel. I don't know why, but they just opened up a Pokemon Diamond and Pearl uh Twitter page for for a quote unquote remake, which I think from what everybody's hoping is that it's just going to be like Let's Go, and it's like a mix between Let's Go and um Sword and Shield.
mm,
Personally, I really liked Let's Go. Let's Go was fun. I wish they would have put more battling into it myself,
yeah,
but I can understand the whole catching aspect.
yeah. With Let's Go, I like the whole premise of having your Pokemon wall behind you.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was my favorite thing from Let's Go, and um, having Eevee, even though he couldn't evolve, learn all these different type moves that can do all these special effects. I was like, so this Eevee is super special. I can get with this.
I remember the first time that I actually got something that I was really excited to walk behind me was Snorlax. And Snorlax, if you pull it out of its Pokeball, you just ride on its stomach.
Yeah.
That was really funny to me.
uh, yeah.
Um,
No.
so let's talk about the Lunar New Year 2021 field research task for Pokemon Go.
Okay.
Um, did anybody complete the Lunar New Year stuff?
I can never complete the events on Pokemon Go.
I believe it's still going out, or it's still doing, or still going. Oh no, I think
Tell
it
the
actually
truth, I
ended.
honestly just signed back in. I completely forgot about signing in almost at all this year. And I
So,
signed in just for this.
So, the Lunar New Year event, it had 4 steps. If you can hear my ring, I'm accidentally hitting the desk. So the first step was transfer 12 Pokemon, catch 7 Fire type Pokemon, and send 1 gift to friends. Which the first one gave you 10 Pokeballs, catch 7 Fire type Pokemon, gives you a Charmander encounter, and then the gift gave you a Goldeen encounter. Step 2, power up 12 Pokemon. Power up Pokemon 12 times, which is easy if you have like a ton of candy for a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Which that gave you 5 raspberries. Evolve 3 fire type Pokemon, which gave you a Torchic encounter, and then send 3 send 3 gifts to friends, which just gave you a Magikarp encounter. Use 12 berries to help catch Pokemon, 10 Pokeballs as a reward. Catch 15 fire type Pokemon, gave you a Tepig, and send 5 gifts to friends, Seaking. And then the last step gave you make 12 great curveball throws, which is hard for a lot of people, especially me. 3 Pinat berries, which, come on, really? 3 Pinat berries? That's all you're going to give me? Catch 20 fire type Pokemon, gave you a Darumaka encounter, and send 7 gifts to friends, which gave you a Meditite encounter. And then the piece de resistance is when you complete all these things, it gives you a ton of XP and a Mega Gyarados energy for a Mega Evolution, which makes him kind of look like a giant koi fish.
Yeah.
So I was not very happy about that because I find that fire type Pokemon, especially when where we're at has been raining for almost a week.
Rare.
Very rare.
Right.
Unless somebody puts down a lure.
Yeah.
But also let's talk about the Valentine's Day 2021 event. Did anybody catch a shiny love disc?
No, my shiny luck has never been positive. It's always been in the negatives.
I don't really have a lot of luck with shiny Pokemon. I think the last time I got a shiny was with the Rosalia event, which I was very happy I got. Was a shiny Rosalia because I really like the shiny Rosalia. But I was not able to catch a shiny love disc or Alu, whatever the other one is. I forgot the other one. Alomomola.
Alamomola.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm saying that right. So excuse me.
Yes, Alamomola. It's just a
That
funny.
one is.
It's like Alamomola, and I hate that.
It sounds like I'm ordering at an Italian place. Alamomola.
Alamomola. It's fighting that thing in game is always painful because it's literally just a water version of Chansey, but it always has the move Soak.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, you're a water type. Say what?
So I'm actually finding out about this as we speak. But the new update for Sword and Shield added about well, there's not a specific amount, but the Pokemon subreddit said that they need new animations for Sword and Shield. And that post got 2,500 upvotes at the time of this writing.
Mhm.
Despite being rather a minor update, people were ecstatic that a set of new adorable animations have been added for Pokemon that definitely don't have these, and it's new sleeping animations for your camp. One of them is some of the Eevee evolutions.
Ooh.
The it's pink. It's the pink one, the friendship one.
Sylveon?
Sylveon. No, it's not Sylveon. It's the other one. It's the fairy one.
Yeah, Sylveon. SYL.
No, it's not. It's the other one. It's the other one. The one with the ribbons and stuff.
Yeah.
That's Sylveon. Oh, I'm thinking of I'm thinking of Espeon.
Yeah, Espeon and
There's
Sylveon.
so many EV evolutions.
Just-
I think there's
Trust me,
9 now, right?
The other one.
I
It's the-
remember all of them. I remember every last.
Don't you have the rug? Just look to the rug.
The new Levi's collection looks really cool. It has Misty's outfit. There's a Pokemon Levi's denim jacket available. A outfit with like a coat that has like different Pokemon. It has like Squirtle, Dugduo, Mewtwo, Bulbasaur, Ekans, and a bunch of other Gen 1 Pokemon. Oddish is in there. That's kind of funny.
I just need a ghost type. Is there a ghost type in here?
Well, it looks like at the detail that they're showing, I don't see a ghost type, but there could be because I see a Charmander hidden underneath. And
Okay.
it would be very shocking if they don't have Haunter in there at some point.
Yeah.
Now it looks like oh no, I see Gengar. I see Gengar. I don't see Haunter though.
I'll take it.
Hey, at least it is a ghost type.
Yeah.
Um,
Hunter seems to make it into most of theirs.
Haunter or Gengar?
Hunter.
Haunter is a very popular Pokemon though.
He's like their sponsor for like ghost type.
Well, I mean, Haunter is like one of the most recognized ghost Pokemon because of the initial anime.
Yeah.
Just like Gengar. Gengar is popular too because of that. Obviously, we basically compared the Pokemon McDonald's cards. Apparently, they're actually reprints from the original ones. Apparently, Ash beat his most unfair opponent in the anime. I'm not gonna get into that because I haven't seen the new ones yet.
Oh, the new anime.
Finally won.
I haven't seen it, but it looks actually good that I might watch it.
We watched Pokemon. What is it? It's Pokemon Journeys, I believe it is, right?
Yeah.
So we're caught up with Pokemon Journeys. We're just waiting for the next season.
Gotcha. And is it good? Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I actually really liked it. I do like I all the original Pokemon, like the comedy moments is there.
Okay.
And I actually like this one a lot better than the Indigo version.
Okay.
Now that's just because it's been a long time since I watched the Indigo version, and I haven't seen Pokemon since I think Gold and Silver, the anime. I haven't seen the Sinnoh or what is it, Sinnoh for Gold and Silver?
No, that's Johto.
Okay, so I haven't seen the Johto League. Yeah, I can't remember. It's the leagues are weird.
Yeah.
I still think they need to do a Pokemon World.
Also, if you're looking to do a last minute Pokemon purchase, a big Pokemon purchase, GameStop is having a sale for President's Day is happening at GameStop today, and it's offering a 40% off regular price giant Pokeball beanbag.
I love that you say today. It's like
no, today is the last day of the deal.
Dude, they're closed.
No, you could order it online.
True.
It's $60 right now. Normally they're looks like oh wait, that's just a Pokeball, the replica Pokeball, electronic diecast Pokeball.
Oh, okay.
Which was $99, but it features motion activated sounds and effects. But still, $60 for a giant beanbag. Actually looks pretty nice. Still wish it was the Haunter one. Or not the Haunter, but the Snorlax one. That would have been really cool.
Right.
Okay, so they Nintendo Life also did the rank of the original 151 Gen 1 Pokemon.
Okay.
Who do you think is the number one?
Like rank in terms of what?
Yeah, like power wise.
Power?
Yeah.
Not counting Mewtwo?
Well, no, it says the original 151. So yeah,
Oh.
including Mewtwo. But
Yeah.
it cannot be. I don't think if they're considering Mew from the movie. I think they're like in the game. Now, don't be upset if I said that bit. But Mew is not powerful.
I know.
Mew can get its ass kicked,
I
and
know.
plus Mew was not in the original game. You actually had to be in an event to get it, so you can never really complete your
The
Pokédex.
reason really I couldn't never get it. I was like, how do you get it from an event?
The creator, Miyamoto, actually said in our interview last year, he said the reason why he created the original 151 and the reason why he created Mew was because none of the programmers actually knew about it.
Really?
Yeah, he said the none of the programmers actually knew about Mew until the game launched, and they were just as surprised as we were to find out that it actually was real.
Wow.
And the reason why he said that is because it was an event Pokemon only. So like the people for doing the Pokemon World Championships, yeah, stuff like that, you would be able to get Mew.
Gotcha.
Now Mewtwo you could anybody could get, like it was a one-time encounter.
Yeah, but not. Yeah, Mew's always was the most elusive for me. And then since I played Silver, it had both Mew and Celebi. Big problem.
Now I know that you guys haven't seen the Pokemon Journey, the last. I don't know what season it was. Episode 26, Pokemon Journey. Go caught a giant Magikarp. Like this thing is massive. Like, and I mean, like it's about 10 times bigger than the original Magikarp.
Okay, for what? What is it gonna do? Is it
no? This is funny. So he looks up to this guy who there's a competition to see how high a Magikarp can splash, can use the move Splash.
Okay.
And this guy has a golden Magikarp because it's a shiny Magikarp.
All right.
It's the highest splashing Magikarp. So Go enters with this giant Magikarp. And okay, so this is part 3, episode 2. So if you haven't watched it, I'm kind of spoiling, but it's still a funny episode. So he enters this competition with this giant Magikarp, and he trains with it for like a month, and it eventually becomes a super strong Magikarp. So him and his Magikarp are up at the stage, and he has to use Splash. Obviously, he says Magikarp use Splash, and it just launches itself up in the air. And I'm talking about like it doesn't come down. And there's a frame. There's a few frames where the Magikarp is just going through space. And it just has that big awkward mouth open face,
this awkward face
with the whiskers coming out. And it's like cool. And it actually it eventually does come down. I think it actually comes down in like the next episode. But it's still funny because just a face alone is just with the whiskers coming out, and it's saying car.
That's hilarious. Oh, no, I have to watch it just for that.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Number 1 Pokemon I'm gonna say that they picked was, I'm gonna go with Dragonite.
Dragonite's pretty strong. It's pseudo legendary. Let me see what it is because I'm curious myself. Oh, I like how it says Pokemon one. I searched Pokemon 151 strongest, the best moveset for Snorlax in Pokemon Red and Blue. The 10 strongest out of the original 151. Number 10 is Gyarados.
Okay.
Number 9 is Aerodactyl. Number 8 is Starmie, which is weird.
I can believe that.
Oh yeah, because of
Misty Starmie always murdered me.
water and psychic type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 7 is Snorlax,
Okay.
because of Giga Impact and
Yeah.
situational moves like Facade and its trademark
Uh,
Body Slam.
yeah. Heavy Slam, Gyro Ball. Yeah.
Number 6 is the Tank Chansey.
I can see that. Yeah.
Number 5 is Mew.
Hmm.
Number 4 is Gengar.
Okay.
Number 3 is Dragonite. Number 2 is Alakazam. And number 1, which I'm actually shocked this is number 1, is Mewtwo.
Oh, so they went with the expectation.
And the reason why it's because of it's in the original game. It has the highest special attack, and it's because it is a psychic Pokemon.
Yeah.
It uses its special attack. So, with remarkable speed and a function like Alakazam, but it does not suffer from the same faults. Mewtwo has great HP, attack, defense, special defense, which makes it incredibly overpowered because it is a end game Pokemon.
Right.
This Pokemon was a genetic experiment. Blah blah blah. We all know the story.
Story. Yeah.
Mewtwo has a huge pool of moves that are not that are what. Excuse me, English. Mewtwo has access to such a huge pool of moves that they are a one monster team. If one has a Mewtwo on their side, they'll rarely rely on others in battle, which is true. It does have a really huge move set that it can learn.
Yeah.
But with its special attack, you should really be using like special attack moves like Psychic, stuff like that, Ghost type moves, obviously.
Yeah. And Psyshock is like a really good move for it
Yeah,
since
yeah.
it gains strength from its special attack, but it hits the target's defense.
I'm really amazed that Charizard did not make that list.
Charizard is like one of those Pokemon that everybody expects to be super duper powerful, but it's not.
Yeah.
And it's because of the lack of moveset. It can only learn like flying, fire, and normal types. And I think there's other types that it can learn, but it's not a huge moveset like Mewtwo has.
True.
And also because of the stats.
Yeah.
So with that being said, what is your favorite generation of Pokemon? And why is it your favorite generation?
First. Yeah.
Because of the special
Why?
connection you had.
Grew up with all 3 of the starting games. You know, I played all 3. I've beaten them from start to finish. I leveled up every single one of the Pokemon from start to finish. And of course, you know, it's where you started the whole journey. You know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Dante, what are yours?
I would have to go with my third generation. Third generation, where I was first introduced to Pokemon. Like I got really introduced to Pokemon. Like I had a friend that had Gold, Silver, but then my cousin lent me his Ruby for like a month, and I played that thing nonstop. And then I went backwards to play Silver. Third gen, because Sableye appeared in third gen, and I think with Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, I actually got a really high Pokédex entry completion ever since my completion rating in Silver. So yeah, third gen is like my go-to.
Personally, my favorite is Silver and Gold. That's my favorite. So second generation. one, there's a few reasons why I really like Silver and Gold. The the Pokemon were actually really unique looking, in my opinion. Um, we also got a chance to um, really have different types of Pokemon that we haven't seen, obviously, in the original 151. Like Steelix. Steelix is just basically like Onyx, but he's steel.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, but going on to that Steelix thing, what kind of irked my nerves with that is you gave a Pokemon an item, but it only works on certain Pokemon. Why could you
Yeah,
not use this item on every Pokemon though?
yeah, and I think that's one thing that they really need to.
That kind of irked my nerves.
I think that's one
Oh,
thing that they
item
need to
trade
talk to.
evolutions.
Yeah, that and the item.
Yeah.
I think that if they kind of um explain that more, like why is it that only in like second generation, or like why is it that all of a sudden you gave Onyx a metal coat? Why is it that he finally gets to evolve into a Steelix?
Or
Why is it,
Scyther.
or Scyther, or I can't think of another Pokemon because I think that's the
Right.
only
I
two
think
Pokemon.
that's only two. Yeah.
But we understand why Eevee does it. It's because it's genetic code.
Yeah.
Right.
But why is it like? Well, obviously we also know that Pikachu does it too when it's
It's a
touches a
Moonstone.
Thunderstone. No, Pikachu is a
Oh,
Thunderstone.
right. Wrong
Clefairy
Pokemon.
is the Moonstone.
Moonstone, yeah.
Yeah, and there's actually a in-game reason is because they think that Clefairy are alien Pokemon.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, just like
But that's the same
Alolan.
scenario. It's like if you have all these new items that you can give these Pokemon, why is it not able to go and give it to all of them?
Um, that's a good question, and I think that they really do need to explain that. And it's I'm not really up into the lore of Pokemon that I really should be, but
Well,
go ahead.
Like that would be really cool.
with the thing with they kind of half explain Onyx, but not this into a Steelix, where if an Onyx stays underground for like I forgot how long, for like at least I want to say decades, his skin will actually turn to metal sheen. So it will be a metal Onyx, but not like a true Steelix. But I don't think they kind of have explained the Scyther into a Scizor yet. But usually with the item that you give them, it actually has like another beneficial effect. Like if you give, say, like a Graveler, the Iron Coat, it'll still boost moves that are Steel type if you use it on them. But it won't be able to like get a Steel type evolution.
I
But other than that, I think it's just the way they have they just want to have like a special flair to it. Like they added the 2 evolutions for Eevee, and they're like, we're going to add something else. So they then just chose the item evolutions. And that was when they first introduced Steel Coat. But I get what you're saying with the whole thing with the. They should be able to use
It's
it.
called Steel Coat. It should work on every Pokemon in my book.
yeah.
Like how would you implement Steel Coat if it can work on every Pokemon then?
I mean,
It's a coating on them.
Like it will give them like a boost in defense.
I guess that would be
Okay.
the easiest way to describe it because isn't that what it's doing
Um.
for the most part?
Yeah, for the most part, I think Steelix gets a boost in defense, and then so
Same with
does
Scizor.
Scizor. So you're saying that if they just giving a Pokemon Steel Coat, they could just get a permanent boost to their EV defense? I can see that.
yeah.
Because like picture like look at if you gave like I could understand if it had to meet a certain criteria, like it had to be already evolved or
Mm-hmm.
had to be its full evolved before it worked.
So
So like you couldn't give it to like a Charmander. It
mhm.
had to have been a Charizard already
Yeah. So
because then it couldn't evolve.
Right.
if you gave it to it early on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it would restrain its evolve
Mm.
or something like that.
Yeah.
I could
So
understand those points.
it could work as it's like a instant EV train. I know they have IVs where you can use like the medicines and fighting certain Pokemon, but you can't do EVs unless you actually breed it. They could use metal coat in which you give it to a Pokemon and then trade it over, and they can permanently increase their EV through that instead of having to breed it. That could be a way they could implement it with every Pokemon.
Like if you gave like charcoal to a fire type Pokemon, it boosts their fire spell, like their fire attacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was one of those scenarios of they should have looked more into if you're going to give these guys an item that's going to coat them and give them an evolve, you should look at it in terms of it should work towards all Pokemon except for, or at least have a reasoning behind why it doesn't work.
Right.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, as a kid, oh, it was just like the coolest thing alive.
Right.
But as an adult, you're looking back and saying, well, this doesn't quite make sense. You know what I mean?
I think
Yeah.
that they do really need to offer, at least in my opinion, some Pokemon that obviously there's a lot of Pokemon that if you give something to a Pokemon and it levels up, it it evolves like Onyx does the Steelix. Um, but I think they really do need to explain how that happens and why there was such a gap in between Gen 1 and then Gen 2 when that really initially started. Because obviously it left a lot of people puzzled, like how, like how, literally.
Yeah. It's like, here you go. Steelix.
So I think with but like I was saying with Gen 2, obviously the Pokemon were a little bit more simplistic. Like it was cool. Like I like Rowlet. Don't get me wrong, Rowlet's cool, but the original owl Pokemon is Hoothoot, and
Yeah.
I remember playing it. I remember playing Silver and Gold for the first time. It was like
Mhm.
it looked like at least for Game Boy, it looked like Hoothoot only had one leg.
Yeah.
I'm like, how is it standing?
How is it standing up with one
How is it
leg? And then you
standing?
see it animate
Yeah.
in the movie. I'm like, oh,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
it's
Okay.
standing.
Now I get it. Now I get it. Yeah. Also, it was really cool that I remember watching Pokemon the movie with or what was Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes back in the theaters and getting the mythical Mew card or the Ancient Mew card. I still have that.
Nice.
And I remember the Pokemon 2000 movie when it was Lugia and Hoot or not Hoot Ho-Oh fighting or not fighting, but Lugia was causing trouble. And I
Yeah.
remember that whole movie. And I think that's maybe I kind of it's been a long time. Obviously, it's been a few years, but wasn't Entei in that film like for just like a brief moment?
Uh, I mean the Pokemon, the one that came out with it, like a rehash of the beginning part.
Yeah.
Uh, yes, they showed all three dogs
Yeah, so
at one point.
it's been a long time. I just probably never thought about like never really put it together.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's I didn't put it together, I guess. But I do remember the movie, and that was also again we are going back to the list that I provided with our top 10. That was the first time that um, Slow King was introduced, the Talking Slow King.
In 2000, yeah.
Yeah, 2000. I also thought that Ho-Oh when it was first introduced, especially because we knew about Ho-Oh since the beginning of Pokemon.
Oh yeah, the very
The
first
very first episode, Ash saw Ho-Oh.
Ash sees it flying over a rainbow. Yep.
and I was like, oh, okay, now that brings the story of Ash kind of into a completion, and then here we are 25 years later, and the story is still going on
Yeah.
Right.
because they can't figure out any other character to put in, like Red from Pokemon. The
Is he
Pokemon
still
series.
12 years old?
They can
Is he?
apparently so.
Yeah, apparently. I mean,
He's still
Red
12
Red
years
is
Pokemon make you immortal.
well.
I think
There's a lot of theories to say that why Ash is still young, and mainly most of them are Ho-Oh or Haunter.
either Ho blessed him, made him
Ho Ho
immortal at one
yeah
time, or
Ho-Oh.
Hunter.
Well, if you read in the Pokedex entry, Ho-Oh gives a wish to anybody who sees it,
Yeah.
and Ash's dream was to be a Pokemon master and be young at heart, and he's still young, and maybe the wish gone wrong. But we also know that he's not Pokemon master because it took 24 years for him to catch a mythical Pokemon, and
Yeah.
that was Meltan.
Yeah. And
The Ditto rehash,
and
but it does
he
evolve into a really cool Pokemon.
a Melmetal, yeah. And he finally beat the actual league in
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
season too.
And he also lost to Team Rocket for one battle.
Yeah, there was a lot of firsts in that
A
season.
lot of firsts. Another thing that
Really kind of sad and funny.
yeah. Another thing that I think over the last 25 years that's happened with Pokemon is the different types of uh like the evolution of the animation. Obviously we saw last year with Mewtwo Strikes Back is they basically took the first movie and then CGI'd it, which I thought was just horrible. Like, don't get me wrong, the story is still good. I love the story, and it still makes me cry.
I couldn't watch it. It just looked
I
weird.
watched it, but I was not impressed. Let's just say that. But
But Detective Pikachu came out really well.
yes, Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
Now, Detective Pikachu, I actually was very impressed with. I actually really liked the film.
I really do wish that they would have made it so he can still understand Pikachu at the end.
And it was
It would have been really nice and touching.
Yeah, it was a really nice story. I think that Ryan Reynolds did a great job. I think his name is Justin Smith. I think the actor who played the kid.
Oh yeah.
He did a fantastic job. I hope he gets more roles.
Yeah.
It's always really fun. It's always really funny because Ryan Reynolds said that there is enough footage for it to make a R-rated Detective Pikachu, which I hope they make because it's Ryan Reynolds. I mean, who?
Yeah.
Why not?
We're gonna see Neko's being bitten in half.
God. Also, it's really cool, and like I was saying when we first started, is that the Pokemon live in harmony with people, and we see that in Detective Pikachu.
Right.
And also the game Detective Pikachu also showed that, but I haven't played Detective Pikachu.
Me neither.
I also have not played the Mystery Dungeon game that came out with on Switch last
I
year.
have
not.
Older ones.
The older ones.
Yeah, I played the older ones on DS, and those at the same time infuriate me because you can just be merely stepping your way into a dungeon and then you just get one shot by a skitty. But the story was great.
I also think that it was really cool to see how like there was a person who was like Team Rocket but was not Team Rocket kind of be bad because we've always grown so used to Team Rocket being the bad guys, and for 20 odd years we've seen Jesse and James keep going after this one kid and they always fail, and you lose to a 12-year-old, and you've had so many years to get the drop on this kid and you still cannot win.
At what point do you just stop going after this one kid?
Yeah,
I think at this point it just became a ritual for them.
At what point do you just go and be like, hey, there's thousands of other children Go after them.
thousands of
Sorry,
Pikachu.
do not attack little kids. I don't think I should have to state that. Don't attack little kids.
Yeah, please don't. Obviously.
This is a video game we're talking about and TV show.
Another thing that we probably should talk about. It's actually getting close to our time. We have about 5 minutes left.
Oh.
Is what we're going to talk about next week.
All right.
So what do you guys want to talk about next week?
Week.
I think that we should talk about upcoming movies next week because I think that would
I
be
mean, movies.
upcoming movies.
Can
I mean, we could talk about that real quick because
Yeah.
it's been a rough year and not a lot of movies are coming out. But
Yeah, I don't even know what movie.
let's talk about that real quick. I know that we were talking about Pokemon, but let's talk about upcoming movies real quick.
Right.
So, upcoming movies real quick. The new Justice League trailer came out yesterday.
Oh, Snyder Cut. Haven't seen it.
The Snyder Cut. Definitely looking forward to that. It's gonna be about 4.5 hours long. So if you're not interested in sitting down for long periods of time, I suggest you skip that.
I'll have to go alone because neither of my.
No, it's on HBO Max.
Oh, okay.
It's only gonna be on HBO Max. So definitely gonna need to. If you want to get it cheap, go ahead and buy a copy of Cyberpunk 2077. Get a free trial, which is what I did, and I didn't even know it came with that. Another thing that's say what?
No, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Another movie that's coming out that I'm really super duper excited about is Godzilla versus King Kong.
I think I'll win that fight.
Godzilla's gonna kick his ass. I'm sorry.
I don't know. King Kong can use stuff.
Well, okay, so you have one giant nuclear reactor versus a monkey boy.
I mean, the monkey boy can just pick up anything lying on the ground and start chucking at it.
I have my own theories about what's gonna happen, but I will not talk about it because it's gonna spoil it.
Next week.
It's gonna spoil it, and
See, I don't know much about the Godzilla universe, so I'll be surprised.
We'll
bring that up next week.
Well, we're gonna consider this is considered like a sneak peek for next week.
Okay.
So, another movie that's coming out is No Time to Die, by which is the next the 20. I think it's the 25th adventure of James Bond. I have seen just like with Godzilla, I have seen every single Godzilla, and I have seen every single James Bond film ever made. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, next week we should be talking about WandaVision episode 7. If you haven't watched it, then spoilers. I have not yet watched episode 6, but I will
start it. Watch it.
I will watch it tomorrow. I promise.
Currently looking for episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Catch up.
Yeah, so gotta watch that.
I don't know.
Gotta watch that, man. Also, we will probably talk about the Falcon and Winter Soldier trailer because I have my own theories about what's going on with that. Especially, I have theories about what's going on with WandaVision until episode 5, which we'll get about. Which once I watch episode 6, I'll know a little bit more about. And another movie, I think.
The new D&D movie.
Yes,
They're still talking about casting.
Which they actually have some really nice
casting
news. Casting news.
Oh, okay.
Which right now we know that Chris Pine has been officially confirmed to do it. The kid from Detective Pikachu has been rumored to be in it. Who else is in it?
They're supposed to have what's his name? He was in the original. They're bringing back all sorts of people. They're also looking at bringing back what's his name?
So it looks like
I'm horrible with names of actors.
Dungeons and Dragons, Chris
He
Pine, obviously.
big muscular dude. Ooh.
If let's just say this, if Joe Manganiello or Terry Crews or Vin Diesel are not in it, I'm not
It's
happy
the
about
Joe
that.
dude was who I was talking about.
Joe Manganiello, he
Yeah.
wasn't in the original.
No, he got rumored for
Oh,
being in it because he
Ma-
plays.
also Michelle Rodriguez has
Right.
been talking about being in it, which would be really nice.
Have they said anything about the plot?
No, they're keeping that very tight under wraps.
God.
Which it would be cool if they have Dritz and Dritz Warden and the other people from his crew, or it could be like Baldur's Gate, the Baldur's Gate series, where they would have what's his name, and the one with a hamster, Boo, and somebody else, I forget. So Michelle Rodriguez, I think Justice Smith is his name. Yeah, Justice Smith have joined Chris. Yeah, so these are officially the cast. So another thing that we're really looking forward to is they have green lit Ready Player 2.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which I'm still reading. And which I know that probably the movie will be nothing like the book, like the first one was. So
You have to lend me player one.
Huh?
You have to lend me player one.
Yeah,
so I can read that.
I'll lend that to you. It's actually pretty good. If you haven't read it, we're big D&D heads here. So the first key that he finds is actually in the Tomb of Horrors. So I'll probably watch Clarice, which is the TV adaptation of what happened to Agent Sterling after the Silence of the Lambs series. Which I heard was okay. Well, not Silence of the Lambs, but Clarice.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. Like, I heard it kind of like breaks the timeline.
Ugh.
Which I need to watch The Queen's Gambit because I heard it was good.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'll definitely watch that. I want to watch Jojo Rabbit because I heard that was pretty good too. Jurassic World 3, which has the original cast of Jurassic Park. I heard that there was some news about that. So we're going to go over a lot about movies next week.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So hopefully we'll have a bigger cast than today.
Yeah. Everybody we had 2 people moving and a few other things going on with people, so
yeah, and we're not going to
it's understandable.
we're not going to pressure anybody to join in if they're not able to. I mean, there's no real pressure.
Well,
this is going to be
with moving, people's computers were being moved, so
and also
hard to set up a desktop without internet or power in a place.
Yeah, and also, things happen. This
Oh, yeah.
It is what it is. But thank you for joining us for our Pokemon discussion and somewhat movie discussion at the end of it. If you have any questions, please feel free to DM us either on Twitch or you can email us at dragonsbreathforge86@gmail. Feel free to
in our comments.
Yeah, it's in our discussion.
Yeah.
Or in our chat. But feel free to email us, DM us, and if you want to suggest some things that you want us to talk about, definitely just send us a message.
Yeah, we're always down for an idea for a topic.
Yeah.
If there's a particular topic and if you would like to join us in a topic, that'd be awesome.
But as for me, I have not yet set a streaming schedule for this channel yet. But as soon as I figure out something, sometime this week.
Most likely look for joining us Monday nights around this time.
Around 8 o'clock.
Should be
7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, should be about average.
And I will be starting.
And the occasional pop in.
Yeah, and I will
throughout the
be
week.
and I will be streaming sometime during the week, at least once a week for Total War, starting my world domination with the Greenskins. So look for that. Also, if you miss anything, it will be on our YouTube page, Dragon's Breath Forge at YouTube, which I should be uploading. The first video will go out public tomorrow at 7 a.m. So look forward to that. And it was just a small video between me and Matt talking about what the channel's about, we hope for it to be, and all that kind of stuff. So with that, that's going to be it from me. Do you guys have any closing remarks?
No, nothing
Like
from me.
always, thank you guys. Don't forget, we'll have our website up and running. And once again, thank you for the donation. That will definitely go to good use. Don't forget to email us. We will try to send you a thank you from the group. Um, so look forward to it. Any type of donations and stuff like that, we will try to say something thankful in some sort of way.
Yeah.
Um, we are always appreciative of anything you guys donate to us. We are starting out, so it is always a big help.
And like again, there is no pressure to donate.
Oh yeah,
No pressure to donate
no
at all.
pressure. And like I said, we will have a running donation system for the dying of beer and stuff like that to eventually do a donation towards a charity that we're going to try to make up for giving to the children's hospital that's local.
Yeah.
So that will
And
be something separate. We will get a way to figure out a fundraiser for that.
yeah, and next week we should be able to have a working donation button on the channel. So look for that.
Yep.
I'm gonna work on that. That's going to be my goal for this week. So let me just write that
All
down.
right.
So
So his goal is that I'll have the website hopefully up and running by next week. And we'll see you guys next week. Hope you guys had fun listening to us and seeing. All right. Have some fun. Keep adventuring.
and be sure to hit that follow button, and yeah, have fun.
Laters.
And make sure to tip your tavern wenches.
Right.
All right. Y'all have a great night.
See ya.